For those of you who missed this week's episode of the Shadow Spark Chronicles, here's what's been happening. But first, a word from our sponsor. Are you tired of staying up late to gather nightshade? Concerned that the burns won't heal after picking Cinderbloom? Worried that underwater sea monsters may be the end of you as you look for Gefnel? Thinking that starting your own crawler worm farm may be a little bit too dangerous? Are you unable to climb the mountainous regions to gather hawkweed? But think no further. Check out Uthok's Herbal Emporium. Named after the legendary turtle of days gone by, let the team at BHE concoct the cure for Myriad's Kiss for you. Don't hesitate. Send your paper messenger bird today. Symptoms may include discomfort, coughing, fever, uncontrollable vomiting, disorientation, necrosis, and even death. Now, back to what has happened with the Shadow Spark Chronicles. Marsland is awakened by strange sounds and movement at the end of his bed. Reaching out, he grabs something and kills it. Hearing another noise, he jumps up and turns on a light. Coming at him is a smaller version of the rust monsters that the group fought in Old Smyrna. He has realized that he forgot about the eggs he collected, and now they have hatched. He collects the remaining creature and puts it into a container for safekeeping. The group gather downstairs for breakfast and start to get to know their newest guest, Justinian. Marsland abruptly dashes out of the kitchen, and after a small commotion, he goes out to the main area to see Crow and Marsland arguing and fighting over a piece of paper, which ends up being a summons request by Drisk to meet them at the academy. Gwynton stays behind to work on something, while the rest head to the academy. Once there, they meet up with Drusilla in another secret room, and she informs them that the council has suspended Caldera and has started a proper investigation. She is temporarily replaced by one Olston Rockfoot, which sends off warning bells with the group as they know he has been kidnapping people from Briarthorpe and helping Caldera. Drusilla says she will watch him as well. Driss then asks for samples of the blood of Oz and Marsland. They both show positive for Myriad's Kiss. And then Driss thinks that anybody who has came in contact with the worms of the tunnels underneath Kandor's Keep has been infected. Oz becomes severely agitated and then leaves the meeting. Justinian, outside of the meeting, has been escorted to talk with the Academy lead archaeologist Iona Gareth. He shows the eccentric woman the old sword he has been given and explains to her what has happened to him after he got it and the effects that have changed him. After some discussion and his refusal to sell it to the Academy, he is escorted back to the main lobby where he is reunited with Bishop and Marsland. Oz is nowhere to be found, so they head back to the house. Oz, knowing he only has a short amount of time to find a cure to save him and his friends, decides to go and make a deal with his uncle. After a brief discussion with the district manager, Padfoot, he is granted access to the airship. Colton agrees to help Oz as long as he completes his training and becomes a Frost Reaver. If he betrays him, Colton will kill him and his friends. Oz agrees and leaves. Once back at the house, Gwynton explains to Bishop and Marsland that he has drawn up a map of the areas where they need to go to collect the ingredients for the cure. Bishop and Marsland inform Gwynton and Justinian of their discovery and that time is short. They have to make the cure. Please join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we continue with the adventures of the Shadow Spark Chronicles. And as always, we'll see you in the dungeon. For those of you who missed this week's episode of the Shadow Spark Chronicles,